Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We finally found out who was responsible for the failures in Kharkiv region, the one region that the Ukrainians were able to break the front in their counteroffensive in the north. And that is a guy who Mr. Kadyrov and another guy, the alleged leader of Wagner group, would send barefoot with his automatic weapon to pay his shame in blood. So let's see who this guy is. The article comes from the New Voice of Ukraine, and it's from the 2nd of October 2022. Russian commander of the Western Military District removed from failures in Kharkiv. You wanna see his face? I will show you his face as soon as this shows up, and then everything like that. Oh man, doesn't look. There it is. There it is. Okay. So this guy is responsible for that, or one of them. The commander of the Western Military District of Russia, Alexander Zhuravlev, has been dismissed because of Russia's military failures in Kharkiv Oblast. The Ukrainian investigative community informed napalm. Hey, the Vietnam War has been over for some time, so don't mention napalm here. Reported on October 2nd. The new commander of the Western Military District is Lieutenant General Roman Berdnikov. Roman Berdnikov. He's a Roman, according to Inform Napalm or Napalm. All right, the main intelligence department of Ukraine reported on September 12 that the leadership of the Western group of the Russian army would be removed from command due to crushing defeats Russian invasion forces suffered during the Ukrainian army counteroffensive in Kharkiv Oblast. It said that Berdnikov was being considered for the post. Okay. Now, intelligence also reported that in order to restore the stability of control of the group, it had been headed by the commander of the Central Military District, Lieutenant General Alexander Lapin, along with his headquarters, while the appointment of Berdnikov was being considered. However, 2 weeks later, after the failures of the Russian troops near the city of Liman, Donetsk Oblast, and the likely encirclement of several thousand Russian troops in the city, Lapin himself also became the object of criticism in Russia. The Kremlin's puppet leader in Chechnya. Come on, man, you can find something better for Ramzan Kadyrov. Be nice with this guy. So, the Kremlin's puppet leader in Chechnya, Ramzan Kadyrov, lashed out at Lapin, saying that he has not bothered to arm the units operating in the Liman region and had moved his headquarters far from the front line. The Americans are doing that too, Kadyrov. Why are you calling that cowardice now? Alright, Kadyrov also accused the Russian General Staff, and specifically its Chief General of the Army, Valery Gerasimov, of covering up Lapin's failures. Ooh, see, he's outspoken, Kadyrov. His days might be numbered. Yevgeny Prigozhin, the owner of Russia's Wagner mercenary company, publicly agreed with Kadyrov's criticism, saying that the high military command should fight barefoot with machine guns on the front line and pay their shame in blood, from other articles. Russian military correspondents and top propagandists also supported Kadyrov's and Prigozhin's critical assessments of the Russian military command, adding that it is corrupt and uninterested in Russia's strategic goals. And how come these guys can be, criticizing decisions made by Putin himself? No gulag for them? I thought that's a tyranny over there. The dictator is all powerful, will kill everyone who would dare to utter any words against his decisions. But it seems like these weasels here are lying. Surprise, surprise. The U.S. Institute for the Study of War has said such comments indicate there are tensions between the Russian troops operating in Ukraine and their leadership. It said the Kremlin may amplify such criticism in order to create the informational conditions for personal changes in the top military command in the coming weeks. Well, there you have it. There you have it. The guy was removed. Another guy was put in. Not put in, but put in. No. And that guy screwed up as well. And then what? Why don't you put Kadyrov? Okay, tough guy, why don't you get promoted over there and see what you can do? And after that, we see you going home with your tail between your legs. How about that? I don't think that's going to happen, obviously, because he's a Chechen and he can't command Russian army. So for that being one reason. The other one, if I don't know what Kadyrov would do. I don't even know if he would do that thing, and if he would be over there, I know how much power he would have, command. And then the other thing is, what if he fails? You're gonna send him back? I mean, he's a support where he is with his Kadyrovites and all that. You keep him over there. If he's doing a good job, he's doing a good job. But I don't know if he's still on the front or not, because he's got things to take care of in Chechnya and all that. He's a leader after all, so he has to lead. But I don't know, his duty is in Chechnya, so I don't know if he's in the front or not. But nevertheless, I am glad, to put it this way, I'm glad that consequences are distributed to the people who deserve them. And in this case, negative consequences for these generals who, I don't know the reasons, because sometimes, in war, it's not only the, how smart you are, how good you are, as a general. It depends how many troops you have. It depends how many troops they have. It depends on the conditions of war. It depends, obviously, the conditions of war, meaning not that it's raining, or because it's raining over the enemies as well, not only you. It depends what kind of weapons they have. It depends what kind of weapons you have. It depends how trained your troops are. There are many things it depends the positions that you found when you got over there. It depends how you got in that position. So there are many variables that play a role in if a general, a commander, should be removed or not. It's not only, the whole guys failed. Well, maybe even Napoleon would have failed under those circumstances. So what? Fire him and get whom? I mean, I'm not trying to defend that guy, and I'm pretty sure, I hope that the military are still following orders and are still following certain procedures and analyze these guys' performance in the context of all and more of the variables that I mentioned. You can't just fire someone because he failed. Yeah, that's a failure, but under the certain circumstances, maybe everyone else would have failed. I mean, as Romanians have that little saying, it's ugly as hell, but it is. From a pile of shit, you can't build a palace. So the same here, if you are outnumbered and poorly armed and the circumstances as they are, you can pull out a victory out of your ass, So, but they know better, obviously. So I hope they do it based on performance and taking into consideration the context. Not only, oh my God, you lost, get the fuck out. If like that, then maybe that's the way it works. I don't know. I mean, I've seen it here in the United States. So anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.